Alright guys, going to be working on a 91 MR2 turbo today. We have a leaky power steering reservoir. So I've already got inside the front, I've already got the shield that goes around the spare tire out. I have 2 bolts here to take out. It's kind of hard to see. One there, one down below, and then one over here on the side to take out. And then the power steering reservoir itself has one here and 2 in the back. We go under the car. I've already got the splash shield off, and here you can see where the power steering fluid is leaking down onto the hoses down below. So see if we can get this to focus. I've got a clamp to take off here, and then there's a clamp up in here you can't really see. We have to take it off. This is probably a better view of it. I've already got the reservoir off the parts car. So again, 1 hole in the front, 2 holes in the back for the bolts up top. And then here's the hose that you can't really see, and then here's the other end of that hose that I was showing the clamp to. So first thing we need to do is drain power steering fluid, and honestly the best way to do this is probably just going to be to unhook one of these hoses and just let it drain out into a pan. So I'm going to set up the camera and get started. Alright, it's going to be kind of hard for you guys to see what's going on here, but I'm going to start by taking off let's take off this hose and drain it that way. And I'm going to go up top and take off the power steering reservoir cap just to relieve a little pressure. Grab the camera and see if you guys can see what I'm talking about. That clamp that you see right there is one. And let's see if we can focus. There's the other one we could actually take off. But I'm going to take off the horizontal one, and I'm going to start taking off this right here just to get better access. We'll move the camera and see if you guys can get a better view. Alright, so now that we have this one loose enough to pull off, and then this one completely off, we can go up in the front, take off the power steering control unit, move it out of the way, and then take off the 3 bolts holding the reservoir in place. Alright, we're back in the front. Again, got a bolt here, bolt down here, it's kind of hard to see. But this clip needs to come off, and another bolt back here that has to come out. So we got that loose, and now I'm just gonna pop off that last hose, and it should come right out. Alright, there it is. Now you can have a better look at how it's leaking. It's almost like one of the welds has got a pinhole leak in it somewhere. So now we'll do the exact opposite. Alright, so we're back at it, and right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and thread the new reservoir through, but I'm not going to bolt it down yet. I'm going to get the hoses connected on the bottom side first. That way, in case I need to wiggle and jiggle and maneuver it around, I can. So I'm going to leave it right there, and then go on the bottom side and pull it through to where I need it. Alright, back on the bottom side. So I do want to mention that I'm using the hose off of the parts card just in case there was some kind of leak on that as well. Better safe than sorry. I know that one wasn't leaking. So both hoses are going to be off the parts car. I'm going to actually connect the small hose first because it's pretty much a pain. Okay, so we got both of them back on. Big one, and it'll zoom in. There's a small one. Alright, so back to the top side. Already got my 3 12mm bolts in, so it's mounted. The only thing I have to do now is put the control unit back in, put those 3 10mm bolts back in, put my battery back in, and then fill it with fluid, turn the wheels, you know, make sure it gets all the power steering through the lines, make sure it stays full with power steering fluid, and that should be it. So this job probably took me about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. I did have the advantage of pulling off the reservoir off my parts car first, so that probably gave me a little bit of a leg up, but it's not too bad of a job. Thanks, guys.